Interview on the world's favorite sport. Tell me about your first experience with football.
My first experience with football is when I was a very young age in Georgetown, Guyana. Uh, we were kind of underprivileged, so we used to use a coconut shell to be a soccer ball. Anything at one time, anything we can get to kick. A couple of kids would get together and we would set up two goals and we would play soccer. That was my first experience with soccer or football.
What was the game of football like in your country? What was it like growing up?
Growing up with the game of soccer, as I get older, I joined the YMCA, and through school and the YMCA, there was a guy there by the name of Lennox Arthur that decided to put a team together. And at that time, it was like under 12, under 11, till under 12 years old. And he took a group of kids, took them up to the teachers' training college ground, and he started to eliminate the ones that he think that were promising to make his team. Fortunately, I was what happened to be one of them. So we started out playing soccer. That's how we started playing soccer. That time we had no soccer shoes. We used to play in our sneakers that we go to school with, and your short pants, and you was able to get a sweater, t-shirts from some but was donated, and that's how we formed our first soccer team at the age of 11 or 12. I think that was the age. And as things progress, I get more interested in the game, and I started to see what they had. The older teams like Santos and and GFC and Pili. There was a team called Pili. There was a team called St. Barnabas. These teams were older teams where the older folks used to play, and I was privileged at the age maybe. I remember going to see these guys play at the GFC, the Georgetown Football Club ground. That was the big ground, and that's what helped to spark my enthusiasm in the game.
Who is your favorite player?
In the world,
Yeah,
the world favorite player. There's so many great players today, but
your favorite player.
my favorite player today that I like to see on a soccer ball is Lionel Messi from Argentina. I think he's got the skills and the control, and he's got the technique that I have never haven't seen for a long time since Maradona or Pele or Zinedine Zidane, and these were I haven't seen such skill and such technique since these guys. So at present, I would say Lionel Messi as a overall soccer player is very good.
Was there any player that you had or that was one of your favorites when you were growing up?
Yeah, I had a few favorites when I was growing up. I remember Pele was the name of it. That we've seen that we share borders with Brazil. Guyana share borders with Brazil, so we had a very high influence of Brazilian soccer in Guyana. And everything in Guyana was Pele, 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 and that growing up he was our idol. And they had the movie that came out with on his life story. King Pele, I think, was the name of the movie, and all the school children and my age at that time, that was a movie to go and see. He was the idol for everybody, and at that time they had the World Cups were playing. That we weren't able to have television at the time to see the games, but it used to broadcast in Portuguese. We were able to pick up a link from Brazil through Portuguese, but all we don't speak Portuguese in Guyana. Our native language is English, but all we could hear is Pili, Pili, and goal, Pili, Pili, and goal. That's all we could hear. We remember hearing, and at the end, you hear, oh, Brazil won. That's all we remember hearing. That's how we would our kind of influence we had in soccer in Guyana.
Um, Tell me about your favorite moment or experience. Something that you experienced with the game that you'll never forget, like one moment.
I don't remember much for myself as a player. One moment of glory that I've had, I don't remember of such. But I can, after I migrated to Guyana and my daughter started playing soccer, I put her into soccer. She started late. She was 11 years old when she started, and I taught her a few things, and She started to excel. She was a great good athlete, and in 2 years she was able to make the AAA team. And one of the glorious moments that I remember having is when she was selected to the final AAA team of Laval that went to the Jeux du Québec. That I wouldn't forget because it was really marvelous to see just in 2 years she was able to make the team out of about 300 girls they were trying to pick the first 20 or 18, I think it was at the time, and she was able to be one of the top players of the team too. And that I must say was one of the biggest, my proudest and biggest moments of soccer. There was others, but that one stands out a lot.
So, for the final question, I'd like to know why you think soccer is the world's most popular sport.
I think it's the most popular sport to begin with. Why it become the most popular sport to begin with? I think it's very inexpensive. Anybody can play soccer. As I said earlier, we used to play with a coconut shell or a tin can or whatever we can find, and it's all over the world. It's so cheap and easy to play. And it's all four corners of the world. It's only I was surprised when I migrated to Canada that there weren't much soccer players here. You'll find I would go to the park with a ball, and you'll find just a few Europeans would be playing in the park. You wouldn't find no Canadians, French Canadians, forget it. You wouldn't see any of them playing soccer. But it's as time go on and they get to learn the beauty of the game and the intensity and the skill that it takes to play, the conditioning it takes to play that sport. I guess it's catching on quite a bit, and that's one of the reasons why it become the world's favorite sport, because it's a beautiful game to watch, as it's been called by FIFA the beautiful game.
Thank you very much.